the time.
As at that time.
Correct.
That they
What
were
I'm saying is, but the same MBOC did receive other transmission earlier than that, which is the official time.
Yung
Right.
5. Not this one.
Yeah,
These are separate cases.
Correct.
These are separate
but
instances.
they all those transmissions went to the same MBOC server.
Yes, it,
right?
of course.
So in
goes
other
to
words,
the
you
MBOC.
cannot. So in other words, you cannot contest that the MBOC is fraudulent. I mean, or defective. I mean, the date rather. Kasi nakatanggap din siya. It has did
Okay,
receive.
let's assume it's correct.
So and yet on the same MBOCC server, it's also reflecting on the other 8 that it received at this time, at a later time, right?
No, isang results lang pinadala doon sa 8. Yung 8 na late na, hanggang May 11 pa, nagbo-voting sila. They sent only 1 results. For each precinct. Hindi siya questionable yung hindi questionable yung manner of transmission.
No, I'm not questioning that. I'm saying is, okay, the same server that received these results, which came much later, is the same server that received results from other PICOs reflecting the correct time.
Yes.
So in other words, this one is already evidence to prove in court, I mean, by logic, right, that there is nothing defective about the timestamp as what...
Walang defect doon sa timestamp.
Kasi lumalabas, tama naman.
Tama. Yeah. I got what you meant. If tiningnan mo yung result from the ER or from the PICOs in relation to the MBOC, tama yung time nila. It's actually the voting that had actually extended way beyond the limit and without approval of the COMELEC, which makes the results questionable.
Yes. Okay. Now, earlier you mentioned that COMELEC did not come up with the rules with regards to how to access this audit log, but apparently your constituents were creative enough to access this.
I should thank them.
I
should thank them for getting these audit logs and the MBOC
now we're down to our last 5 minutes. What lessons have we learned in terms of forward-looking to 2013?
On my part, I would prefer that and the appropriate committee in the Senate should, or even in the House of Representatives, should look into these cases in detail, because probably this is the only case na may ganitong
well, probably it
ganitong
happened in other
I cannot say about that, Toti, because we can only make conclusions on the basis of what we have.
Correct.
Kami lang naman talagang merong ganitong type of evidence.
Yeah.
So we would be happy to present it to the proper forum, so that ang sa amin is beyond this protest. Let's look forward. Let's be forward-looking. We have elections in 2013.
So you're suggesting,
and we're going to use again the same system.
Right.
When we have questions, and these are not bare questions, they are substantiated. We have the documents to prove. Let's dig this deeper so that we will know if we can really rely on the PICOs.
Okay, that's another agenda right there. But right now, for the purposes of the other stakeholders, should there be instances of protests? What is material to this development is COMELEC should provide the audit log instantly, aside from the election results.
Yes, for purposes of transparency, because this is where we found traces of intrusion into the network or other cases na pwede mong sabihin baka may questionable na yung results. I would espouse the view that aside from giving the ER, you provide also the audit log.
This is
so
separate.
That we can,
right, go ahead.
So that we can trace where what happened really to the PICOs.
Okay, you're just talking here of transmission. We're not even talking about the results. I mean, that's another entirely long discussion.
Yes, okay.
We're talking about the CF cards, the images, how you're going to do the manual count. You know, that's entirely a different matter. But on this, it's already substantial evidence to prove in a tribunal or in a court that such event did occur after the official closing time.
Yes.
And from there, instantly, that should be ruled out. That should no longer be considered as valid, considering that's already past the official time.
Yes, but I cannot impose my will on the.
I know, but if you really look at the principle of the law, when COMELEC is given the authority, but the authority that's given to COMELEC without grave abuse of discretion,
yes,
as a constitutional body, they must respect the principle of the law. While the law describes only at this time to this time,
because any action beyond that time is already questionable.
Okay.
It's already illegal.
We're down to our last minute, Congressman. Any last words to our viewers with regards to the 2013 elections?
Ang sa akin lang is we want to put this forward because we happen to have these documents and we open our minds. We start thinking about whether PCOS is this type of technology is suited for us or is it susceptible to manipulation.
If PCOS is going to be opted by COMELEC, will you run?
I'd flatly say no because I don't trust the system anymore.
Okay.
I'd rather not spend my effort and my time campaigning hard only to go through the same process all over again because I sincerely believe something's wrong with this.
All right. There you have it. We hope our people in government would have considered these remarks from the stakeholder, none other than the former congressman of the Biliran province, none other than Congressman Glenn Chong. We hope you learned new and got more information from this. Stay tuned for the next program. This has been your host, Atty. for Trends and Analysis. Thank you.